Hey, hey, we're back.
Hello, hello, guys. Welcome to episode 25, Ladies of the Round Table, free for effing all. We are going to just let you guys have at it today and give us your opinions, your comments, and your questions. That video you just saw running was my new favorite game, Splatoon. Nintendo Wii U makes me want to buy one. I think it's taken over for Goat Simulator. I know you guys have tears.
I
They're gonna
know.
be
It's
sad.
so sad.
But at
Oh,
E3, it changed my life. I think I want to spank Bonks' ass when that game comes out. I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah. You and me.
that's two call outs to the Wii U in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. I know. I mean, I am
Wow.
not a Nintendo girl, but they are making a comeback. I don't know. We'll have to get into that in a little bit. So with me tonight, of course, the usual crew. We got Bonks, Miss Pixie, and our Nikki.
Hey.
Thanks, ladies, for joining me. And I think before we get started, we need to check out who's in the chat. Bonks, who's in the chat?
We have Wolfie and Jericho and the Gaming Diva. We has Pink. We got SJW. We got Rainbow Pies. We got X Steel City. We got Zenstar. We got Coiled Rose and Dirty D. And yeah, so we got some fabulous people in the chat. And of course, Aegon is in here with us, our fabulous executive producer.
Yes,
So
executive producer, the man with the
happy.
power.
So yeah, doing good.
I'd like to thank Aegon for stepping up and taking one for the team and helping us out in taking his new role seriously. And he's got some skills, yo. You guys know him from previous shows on the Twitch. He has his own channel. He streams. He's the man. He's grinning right now.
Oh,
My ginger bear. He is. Yay! Oh man. So Bonks, what you think about E3? I think we had a pretty good time. We did a lot of work. There were some favorites, some things we didn't care for. What do you would you come away with as your like aha moment?
my aha moment. Ubisoft needs better PR. No,
Oh, really?
oh my lord. Well, I wanted to talk about this because I mean, girl characters are too hard. Was pretty much what they said, and it just
How ridiculous is that?
they're really. I don't mean to bag on them, but it just there was a lot about this week about E3 and Ubisoft that just didn't sit well with me. And I actually, after I'd heard that, I ended up skipping the booth. I don't know really what to say. I mean, I posted an article kind of about some of the stuff that went on this weekend as far as like women in gaming and E3 and how you can really kind of one of the reasons I like to go to E3 is you can really tell the thermometer, you can take the temperature of how it's going in the gaming industry as far as with women. And there was some great progress made. I mean, there's a lot of female devs. I met Gabe from Perfect World. She's amazing. We'll talk about Swordsman later. But yeah, Ubi did disappoint. The other one that kind of disappointed me, and it sucks because they're right here in my hometown of Chicago, is wargaming.net. They actually, they themselves upped the population of booth babes to kind of a ridiculous amount. And, I don't mind cute little pinup girl outfits, but I feel like if you're going to have, apparently my headset is cutting in and out. So,
No, you're
um,
fine.
oh,
We can
okay.
hear everything. It's just going up and
Okay.
down. Keep talking.
so so I mean they just truckloads of women, and I'm just like, one thing I feel like if we're gonna do this, I'd like to see actual cosplayers. I'd like to see, I don't know, I feel like they probably do better outfits. But it was so much this year, and I just, I'm standing in line at their booth, and there's these chicks looking at me like, what the fuck do I do with you? You know, and it was just, it was a lot. And I was like, you really don't need it. You had a big ass tank outside. I didn't need to feel kind of sketchy hanging around all your women. And it's an,
Thrusting
it's a
bags
military
ass.
game. You could have had like a few hot booth men. You know, the military
Well,
has penises too.
you gotta cut them some slack. It's a Russian company, right?
Wargaming.net.
Yeah, they're actually from Russia. They're not from Chicago. That's where the
Well,
U.S.
Denny's not.
servers
Denny
are.
Thorley's not from Russia.
I know,
Trust
but
him, yeah.
the game itself is from Russia. So
Yeah.
it's like that's who runs it. So
But
you're
that doesn't
asking.
negate the fact that there are
No, it
gamer
does.
girls
It.
in Russia playing the game. There's a lot of United States women playing the game. So
Wait,
therefore,
wait.
to me,
Do you guys play the game?
yes,
Yes. I've
All
actually
right.
gone to the studio and demoed it. Yeah.
All right. I play the game. I play the game
we know
all the
you.
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
All the time.
Oh,
all
it's
right?
I
great.
play it. I
And
play
I
it in
want to
World
know
of
their
Flames.
achievements.
I am lucky if I see another girl on it in a week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
you
I
don't
agree.
know you see another girl because what are they doing?
Oh,
They're hiding behind their names
yes,
and they're not going to tell you.
they might be, but I don't know. Maybe from the people I talk to that play this game and come up to me because you know where I work out in public where people come over. Everyone I see that plays this game is an older guy or a young scrappy kid, right? So I don't see a lot of people that are female playing the game because there really isn't, there isn't a draw into it. It's not people, it's a tank, you know?
Yeah, it's tanks.
You
I
know what
have
I
to
Which is
say,
fine. I just would like. These are budgets that are less than ideal, and I'm seeing booth babes at Indiecade, and I'm not gonna name names, but dude, it's not needed. You did like, it was a little, it bummed me out a little bit. So those are kind of the bummers. Now the things that were pretty awesome. I did of course talk to Mono Price, who gave me this fabulous Bluetooth headset. I'm all wireless tonight. They
Give
have
it back. Give it back to them.
So, no, I
we're
love
giving it
So-
so far a 5 out of 10.
I'm giving it a 2 out of 6.
You tell us at the end of the show what you
What
think
the-
as far as the sound
Well,
quality.
I set up the audio in like 10 minutes to be fair.
Okay.
So,
All right.
but yeah, so it's coming in and out. But yeah, so yeah, I'm still playing with this. We'll see how it goes come console time. And then Mortal Kombat was definitely one of my highlights. And
Yeah,
the
you
girls
guys-
had clothes. It was such
Mortal
an effort
Kombat,
for me. Cassie
she couldn't
Cage,
sit still.
yeah, the daughter of Sonya and Johnny Cage. She actually had she was in like a battle, very Black Widow, and she had like bubble gum and she's really like snarky and cute. I like her. There's a new insect lady again with clothing on, so I was impressed. I mean, I know NetherRealm makes great boobies and a lot of revealing outfits, but I mean honestly, the women that I saw looked like they came to actually engage in Mortal Kombat. Now, that doesn't mean that we're not going to see, borderline wardrobe malfunctions come release, but I was impressed with what I saw. So that was good. And then what else? Oh, I liked Batman Arkham Knight. That's going to be a nice conclusion to the Arkham City from Yes. Pixie's like, yes, it's so good. It's beautiful. It's Batmobile porn. Let me put it like that. I'm going to put up an article about it.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's lovely. And then we, of course, had a good time at the Curse booth, which I'll let Carmen tell you guys about because I liked all those people over there. She actually met the developer of Goat Simulator, but that's not her favorite game anymore. So
Yeah, but did you see my picture of my aha moment when I was talking to the developer, the man who made Goat Simulator? They let me wear the goat hat. It's spectacular. It's all over our Facebook and all over the Twitter. If you haven't seen it, you need to see it because it was special. It was very special. If I could have slid off a chair, I probably would have. But I still cannot get my goat on that goddamn bike. Can't
a goat
do it.
on a bike?
You just got to play the game, man. You just got to play the game.
And that's Nintendo Wii U?
No. This is PC.
Okay.
Goat Simulator on Steam.
All right.
The game was actually made by a student in less than 30 days as an assignment. And his actual professor said, you know what? Let's get it on Steam for greenlit. And it just went bananas. Kid's a multimillionaire now because his game is just so stupid. It's so much fun. It's just a trip. You got to see it. There's videos out there. Take a look. If you haven't played it yet, I would suggest that you play it slightly intoxicated or smoke some weed. It's a good time.
Smoke weed. Can we do that
Every
on the
day.
show?
Hey, depends on the state you live in. I'm not judging. All right, but don't parent your children under the influence. Not a good thing.
All right. So you guys have been at E3, and I think it's time for Pixie and I to start throwing questions at you. Do you have any
For
questions
sure.
for them?
Okay. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, Arkham Knight, how excited is everybody for it? Seriously. Because I, like, shit bricks moment. Like, want it so bad right now.
So which
Like,
one of us are you asking?
Everyone.
both of you.
Okay, Bonks,
Everyone.
go ahead. Take that one.
Chat, everybody.
Well, I'll tell you this. There's always a line to, see the theater presentation that, WB was putting on. So it was like a 7-6 when they were waiting in line. When they came out, it was like a full-fledged 10, 11, 12. It was, and actually, I have all the trailers. I'm going to put up on an article for you guys tomorrow. It's just, like I said, it's Batmobile porn, and it's just so fucking pretty and fun, and they really kicked it up a notch. I mean, it's a great way to tie the Arkham series into a nice, awesome Batman bow. So,
Batman.
So how do you feel about the job that WB does presenting at events like E3?
they're always my favorite. I mean,
She's a little partial.
I'm a little partial, but no, I just they keep switching it up. I mean, for the past, this is my fourth, so I've been to E3s where I notice a lot of devs really recycle the same kind of setup. And to WB's credit, they do shake it up. I'm not going to the same setup every year. They had this massive trailer wall that was like huge, and they were just playing their trailers like every half hour, and it was just shaking the floor. It was very awesome. I did get the theater presentation for MK, which was pretty amazing, very interactive, and just kind of left you with kind of a sick feeling in your tummy, but a good one because it's Mortal Kombat. So, I always think they're pretty good. They're pretty good showmen. I mean, obviously EA takes up like whole city blocks, but WB does a pretty awesome job. And the Batmobile, I don't know if you guys saw it. They had a custom built, disgustingly attractive Batmobile outside their booth, which was just sick. And it was just, I mean, that's all they really needed. I was like,
We wanted to just get on it and rub ourselves all over it. However, that was not allowed.
Nope.
We were trying to duck and cover and, get at least one of us in there, but it was the first day and we didn't want to get kicked out. But it was sexy. It was
Awesome.
sexy.
Yeah,
We got a lot of pictures and things to put up on the website and the Facebook, so those will be coming soon.
I would do awful, horrible things to the tailpipe of the Batmobile. I'm just saying.
You're gonna put your banana in the tailpipe? It's unacceptable.
Oh, man.
Crossed the line there.
I have to say, WB did a spectacular job with the space that they had. They utilized the space very well as far as keeping the lines and everything appropriate. You're not all in the way, out in the walkway, because at any convention, there is so many people, and if you're in a line and you got to be out in the walkway, you know what happens. You get bumped into. People are getting upset. Your bag, if you're carrying one, gets knocked off your shoulder. People are in your close proximity. Personal space is at a minimum. That wasn't an issue over at WB. They had 2 lines, for MK, and I mean it was great because you didn't have to have that issue with people all in your grill. I mean, Bonks and I entertained ourselves very well while we waited for MK.
We're very good at standing in line.
And we were not disappointed once we got inside for the
Oh,
the
those
trailer.
MK shirts were sick! Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I'll show you guys. It's tough on camera because it's like Heather Gray has like the black dragon on the back. It has like a spine. It's very, very awesome.
It is very awesome, and I'm keeping that for myself. I told the family when I got home, this is my shirt. If I catch it on any one of you, blood will come from somebody and not me.
Fatalities will be executed.
Yes. So I really can't wait to play it. Jordan has, my mini-me has just gotten into Injustice, I think MK is going to blow her mind because remember, she's never played the original. So when this thing comes out with the graphics and you guys haven't watched the trailer, that's all I got to say. Watch the trailer. It's badass. Um
We do
I
have
can't
it up
say.
on the website behind an age gate because it's for big kids. So.
Yeah, it is for big
It's
kids.
good.
Yes.
Yeah, it is for big kids.
So it's rated M for mature?
For big kids.
Very
yes.
much so.
All right. So that means nobody in Britain gets it, right?
No, I think that's Germany.
No, I'm just thinking about how much they're crying this week from the losses.
Isn't
World
it
Cup
Germany
soccer.
that edits all the games?
It's also Britain and Canada and everywhere else but here.
We love our World Cup, don't we, ladies?
Yeah. Oh
We
God.
love our killing and slaying.
Who's hotter
and
than a soccer player?
Soccer
Firemen.
players have fantastic bodies, I'll say that.
Yeah. And I'm just dancing the jig that Miami didn't win, so, you know.
Hello, I am too. Anyways, Nikki, you got
Yeah.
any questions?
I
Any
do.
questions?
You guys started knocking Ubisoft for what they did PR-wise. What about the games? What games that they showed you really interested you? Because I saw Rainbow Six, and that was one of the first-person shooters I ever played, and that really is. I'm interested in it, but it looks like it might be in the same vein that Watch Dogs was, which was awesome. I played it, and all of a sudden, I'm not playing it anymore.
Yeah, that happened to a lot of people. Well, I mean, I saw the
Yeah.
Rainbow Six demo from afar. Like I said, after everything kind of went down, I was not inspired to go to the booth very
All
much.
right.
But, I did talk to people who demoed it, and they're actually real fans. I don't play a whole ton of it, but I wasn't getting the hype factor, Everyone was
There
like,
was
well,
a-
we'll see how it goes.
It's
So
the
that's
opposite it's the opposite type of game from what people like in a first-person shooter today. Today, you
It
get
is. My
shot.
husband likes Rainbow Six.
Yeah, but today you get shot, you jump back up, and you're fighting again. Rainbow Six is that one that really had you on the edge of the seat.
Yeah.
You come around the corner thinking you're going to shoot somebody, you'd be dead. Your heart would just go, oh.
Yeah, it's
Can't
up
say
there
it,
with
right?
Ghost Recon and meanness
Yes,
of shooting games.
yes,
But
it's
see,
awesome.
but those are the kind of games. It's funny 'cause my husband, he's been in the military. Those are the kinds of games those are the FPSs he will play. Whereas me, being a numbnuts, I have to be on Halo and Call of Duty and just, I'm gonna die like 20 billion times. So,
Yeah, their games seem to be a lot of hype behind them because not being there, all you got to do is watch the streams, right? So I was looking at Unity and Far Cry, right? That's one of theirs,
Yeah.
Far Cry 4.
Yeah.
So they really have the hype, and then I go into one of the places that I work in, and all the Ubisoft buy now, pre-order stuff is already out. So it's
Oh, of
kinda
course,
like
because
really-
they time it.
yeah,
Ooh,
I know.
Pink was
I know,
asking
I
about
know.
Yep.
Shadow of Mordor. If I could
All
just
right, let's hear it.
let
Yeah,
Pink know.
please.
So that's another one under the WB, and it's really gorgeous. If you're a Lord of the Rings fan, it's definitely more violent than I think people expected. It's
Have you
it
watched the
definitely has a
movies?
darkness. It's a very personal experience. So I actually just got I got a bunch of assets for it, and basically with gameplay, when you face an enemy, and you might face them again because they do bail out, like, you know what, I don't want to die this time, they just bolt, like, an orc or whatever. They remember you, and they'll like talk shit to you according to your previous engagement. It's a very personal game. Yes, Pixie, I will get us those do want, yes, we'll house freely.
Do you want? Do you need? Let's have.
So it's a very it's extremely an extremely personal experience. It's very dark. It seems like a very well written story. It's a beautiful game. The environments are just like wow, like just
They
breathtaking.
draw you in.
So if you're a Lord of the Rings fan, I would say that is one to definitely hold your money for, because it's beautiful, and it's a step above. I mean, it's what you want from what AAA people to do with a game like that, and they really, really deliver this round. So, yeah, Shadow of Mordor is an absolute yes.
Awesome.
So, Bonks, let me ask you what you thought of Uncharted 4. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, really? You're a sleeper, huh? You don't like those games that tell a story, do you?
No, I do. I really do. I just...
Have you played the
I don't
series?
know. Sometimes it falls a little flat. Uncharted 3 kind of tainted me. I was like, mean, I love a good story, but sometimes I just feel like it just goes wee, and I don't know what we're doing. And I kind of feel that way with Uncharted, but I'd be happy to give it a chance. I don't know. Did you fuss with it at all?
I got to get through the line and give it a little bit of a go, and I, I have an issue with I'm over zombified right now.
Oh,
So
yeah.
being
Yes.
over zombified, I kept getting that feeling that I'm playing, the deja vu type thing. So for me, it really wasn't anything new, especially if you've played you've played the other ones you're in the series. Naughty Dog's done a good job, but again, there's nothing there to make me want to go back, in my opinion. Pixie or Nikki.
Zombies are just becoming overdone. Like,
Yeah.
it's done to death. Like, at this point, like, I want something new. I want something that, like, no one has ever thought of. Not even from, like, a 100% unique perspective, but, like, I want a new FPS that's just completely different from Halo or Call of Duty or, like, Titanfall. I want something that is pushing the boundaries of how we play games and what we think of games. I want something that's out of the realm of what exists.
That's going to have to
I'll
come
tell
from
you some of the
indies.
cool FPS stuff I saw that, well, it's not really pushing, but it's nice peripheral to every FPS that I saw at E3. There was the
Evolve.
vest. Yeah, it was like a vest
Oh, yes.
for FPS games. You strap it on, and it's directional, so you can literally feel from which direction someone is shooting at you. I used it on the Xbox One with Call of Duty, and it's like you feel them shooting at you, and I thought my audio for my good headset would be enough, but when you're actually feeling someone shot, you whip around like that much faster, like where the fuck are you? And I totally just obliterated. So I was very happy with that. Even they actually I think are running their Kickstarter right now. I have an article up. It's pretty cool. It's a bit of a luxury item, but it is pretty awesome, and it fits above the hoo-has, so anyone can wear it. And then the other thing that I really love too that I'm gonna definitely talk to you guys about is this laser tag company that I found in Milwaukee. Which is awesome because they're close to me. They make laser tag guns and gear that is awesome. I'm talking it has real sights. You have to reload your weapon. You actually get a little kickback. There's different
We need a field
models.
trip.
Ooh, la la. Like I want this to be my new cardio routine. And they were talking about, yeah, we'll totally do an office party, which I feel like if I could laser tag with people at the old office job I used to work at, I would feel. So,
Okay,
yeah,
you need to set it up. We need a trip. We need to take the camera crew and the four of us, and
Yes.
we are going to Milwaukee.
I got all y'all. Y'all
Milwaukee.
forget I'm Southern. Like, I
Bring
was
it, Pixie.
raised shooting shotguns. I popped out of the womb with one.
I look so dirty.
Yeah,
So I've been in
we'll
Chicago when it was
that.
cold, and I
How
was
do you
like,
rack a shotgun? Don't even trip up.
Well, when I'm living north of the wall in Chicago, I kind of
north of the wall in Milwaukee.
I do indoor laser tag.
You know why they
Rainbow,
moved here in Milwaukee?
that's my monkey.
So you ever play whirly ball? No.
Yes, and if you want to break your wrist, it's a great thing to do when you're in Chicago. Just kidding, whirly ball is totally tits, but it is kind of dangerous, and I would recommend doing it inebriated.
Okay.
But but people do that.
I want to know if you watched the trailer for the Zelda.
Yeah.
new
Zelda?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
What'd you think?
a Wii U has to be in my house soon. I'm like all of
I'm
us.
glad people are saying that.
Well, Pixie has a game that she wants to play on the Wii U. What's the name of it?
Bayonetta.
Okay,
Bayonetta,
good.
yeah.
Oh, I love
You know what?
Bayonetta. My
I
favorite
played that.
ass in video games.
I played that and I was disappointed. I have to tell you, I was disappointed. However, I will let you make up your own mind.
What made you disappointed about it? Because it's
Were
still
you-
beta, right?
The question is, did you like the first one, or was the first one kind of like, meh?
I liked the first one, but it doesn't translate into number 2. I think they tried too hard. But again, it could be just me. You'll have to play it.
Very well written. She's a very unique female presence. Her body alone, I know the developer talked about how he was just sculpting cheeks for like weeks.
Oh, you went like butt cheeks?
Yeah, like he was literally. I think it was in Game Informer because there was a big picture of her ass, and he was just talking about how. I mean, it was beautiful. It was, but yeah, I feel like I want her and Dante from Devil May Cry to have a showdown. I feel like she'd just slap him senseless with a pistol. It'd be awesome.
All right.
Oh, but anyway, back to the Nikki with the shits. I'm gonna start drinking for shits. Back to the. To the Zelda. What do you think?
We should have some. All
right. So, did you play Zelda?
I
was it just you did?
I played, but I want to know what Pixie thought when she watched the trailer. If she felt some kind of way, slid off her chair. I don't know.
I mean, the problem is
we didn't talk about it last week, Pixie. Come on.
The problem is Bayonetta.
Okay.
That's my problem.
Bayonetta aside,
it's which one do I like? Which one do I want more? Because there's only like so much time in a day.
I
with
agree
everything
with that,
else I do. So it's
the game
for me. Okay, so
both.
To me, it visually is updated. Like it's not like incredibly updated, but to me, visually, it's starting to travel further and further into the realm of like what I see as being realistic looking in a cartoon. I have no idea if that makes sense to anybody.
Yeah, I can feel you on that.
And I'm worried that the typical Zelda stories are getting really kind of almost played out at this point. And it's kind of how much can you go with a similar plot line with slightly different variations? Because
Call of Duty, Battlefield, come on, 5, 6, 7, 10 versions.
But like, Mass Effect,
Master Chief.
So like, I like to compare. I like to compare things that I think have really bad plot lines to things that I think have really good plot lines, like Mass Effect. So like, Mass Effect is really well developed as far as plot goes. There's a lot of like singular person-to-person character interactions,
right?
And you become so much more involved and enveloped in that story than I think you do with games like Zelda. And so for me, Zelda is like Zelda's kind of one of those games that I can play if I just don't care about the game. I don't know if that makes any sense. For me, Zelda's more of like a I am bored and have nothing better to do with my life game.
Well, tell us how you really feel.
I think when you see Zelda, people my age that grew up with it, that was the first thing that really drew you in, right?
Yeah.
On a console. And you've played it throughout the years, right? And, Twilight Princess, yeah, it was good. I remember having to play it through myself and then help each one of my 3 kids get past killing spiders and jumping over doing jumping puzzles. But I never get tired of it. Kind of like I didn't get tired of another Knights of the Old Republic, or, you know what I mean?
It's like the nostalgia of the revamp.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
I think
something.
They're taking away my childhood with the revamp. If you want my honest opinion,
they are.
I'm like Nikki. When I played it, it just blew my mind. It's part of my childhood,
right?
And the storyline was so epic, and you played it over and over.
Right.
But the revamp, it's visually pleasing, but again, it's taking from what I remember and spoiling it.
But don't you feel?
Well, but I mean, and look at some of the classic.
Certain amount of passing it on to your children?
No, because it will never grab her attention.
All right.
Well,
it was all we had.
Sorry, yeah, it was all we had. Yeah.
Well, and I mean, like, you think
I wish I could. I'm sorry.
You think of some of the most classic games, like Pac-Man. Pac-Man has been the same forever.
Do you know that
everybody knows
75 versions of Pac-Man?
But these same, it's pretty literally the same exact principle, okay? Like, I am Pac-Man, rah 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 rah. Like it's
No.
the same exact principle like every game. It doesn't matter if it's Pac-Man or like Mrs. Pac. It's pretty much the same exact principle every game. Like, why fix something if it's not broken?
Because nobody's
Because it
playing
makes
it
money.
anymore. Because you want to make money. Because no one's playing it. You got to keep it in people's. Because
You're
there's a
talking
whole
about business. Yeah.
yeah, there's a whole generation of people that haven't played it. That this will be the first time they touch Zelda. So I understand coming from that point of view. But when you look at things in two different ways, A, how does it affect you? And B, how is it going to affect the person that's never been in that Zelda universe before, right? And that's
Right.
with any of these games, right? Like sometimes, like my kids, they talk about Battlefield being better and Ghost not being as good, right? You want to know how does it affect the people that are playing it from before? How does it affect the new players that are going to come in? I think Zelda is a perfect example of, it's from my old. Yeah, I probably go with Carmen though. If you say it's not going to capture your kid, your child, it's not going to capture mine.
Yeah,
So
because there's too many things out there now that
yeah,
are so appealing. So I wish she could go back through it and play it and be just as excited as I was, but it's not going to happen. I know Rainbow is asking about Assassin's Unity.
yeah, I
Um,
wanted to know about that, but
we
Bonks didn't like you.
The Pro Fest.
You
No,
didn't like them at all.
I'm sure it could be lovely. AC, I appreciated the first one so much, and I am a history nerd, which I know a lot of people are talking about in chat. It was very cool to see like Damascus and Jerusalem and that kind of time period is very fucking cool. But
Talk about the
Liberation
technology.
was a total. I feel like poor what's her face just got completely fucked on the plot for her, and then and I mean yeah, I mean I'll next time we go to E3 I'll try not to be so biased and but it was just right when that kind of hit. They were like, well, female characters are hard and
They're coming out with a fucking
I have
stupid version of some game with a female character by next year.
yeah,
Watch it.
it was
But-
you'd hope so. I mean,
Yeah,
it was
no.
just yeah.
Just knock that around. When you're looking at Unity, look at the technology behind it. How many people
yeah.
are on the streets?
There's
How
beautiful
the quests
animation
are.
in it.
Yeah, what about the quest? You walk into a building and the quest is there. So it's open. Everything is open world. No
Yes.
crossing of the boundaries and loading screens. Is that right?
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
it's
from what
very
I'm-
smooth. It's
Very
very
smooth.
fluid.
silky.
All right.
And clean. I am a person who cannot play this game because I can't play like Lara Croft. I will just die. I can't jump onto things.
I
I
love
can't
it.
play with the controller. I have an issue.
Climbing engine and AC is amazing.
Yeah.
Holy
And I
Yeah,
am
good.
map
Good.
illiterate. So FYI, anybody playing a game with Shavasta, do not follow me. I don't know where the hell I'm going. Never ask for directions. I just keep running in circles.
note to self: don't play
gotta
Rust with
play
Shivasta. You will
a
run
game
into a lot of bad things.
With an
Okay,
auto
guys,
follow,
Love you, Pixie.
or we might jump off a cliff together, holding hands.
Awesome.
But yeah, I love the game and I wish I could play it. I will watch someone else play and I'm very excited. Like I put my
Yeah.
kid on it, my husband on it, and be in there, like zoned in, and
Nice.
it's so epic.
They
Did
said it was
anyone
very
see the mod that
intuitive.
someone did for Watch Dogs that made the graphics go better? Now I've heard it's not necessarily flawless, but apparently, I forget the name of the.
It only works on the
dude.
PC version, though, right?
On the PC version, as far as I know.
Not got
And
the
I mean,
PS4.
I saw it and I was like, I mean, it's not flawless, but apparently the code for better graphics was in there. So again, poor Ubi.
Yeah.
I
Poor
don't.
Ubi.
I'm not entirely. I'd like to see it really firsthand, like someone do it in front of my face. But it's just there's a million reasons for that, though. But yeah, it's just not their E3. Let's put it like that. It's just not. It's not their
weren't,
E3.
weren't they supposed to reveal Sid Meier, another game?
They did the Beyond Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sid Meier, Civilization.
You guys-
Civilization Beyond Earth. You didn't see it,
Didn't
right?
get a chance to. Well, there's two
Yeah.
things going on with E3, which I'll tell you guys about. I mean, we are new media, so as much as we would have liked to have had a Microsoft appointment and appointments with lots of people, you don't always get them. It's something it's something I feel like ESA, I don't know if they need to break E3 up or what it is, but it's a lot of legit media that kind of gets the boot when it comes to E3, just because, they're not like 100 bajillion hits a month. And I'd like to see, while Nikki's petting her pussy, I'd like to see that kind of change a little bit there.
I think we just went up
I'm
30
kind of
users.
sad because I love
30 viewers
I
just
love
tuned
Civ.
in.
Like, I love Civ.
Oh, Civ.
Well,
no,
yeah,
but
yeah.
the key to Civ is that game's coming out soon. It's coming out within the next 2 to 3 months, right? By September, October. And most of the other games that you were seeing were reveals that we're not going to see until 2015.
Yeah. Right.
That's the
Yeah,
difference.
but I wanted to know if they got to play it, so I'd know
I
whether or not
know,
I
I
wanted
I didn't
it.
get my
It's-
paws on. I got my paws on MK.
I can't wait.
No,
to
the
play that
lines were
game.
kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
I
If you don't
spent
have an appointment, they hate
majority
you.
of my time in the Evolve line because I pre-ordered that game and I want to play it. I have a hard
That's
on
a
for
fun
that game.
time.
So there was-
And the booth was ridiculous. I mean, Ian, he was at PAX with me. It was the same booth, the same big old monster sitting up there in a huge freaking monitor, and a couple of laptops to play it on, and you had to wait in a long ass line. And I don't know why. Somebody at E3, please explain why you would stick that goddamn booth right next to the exit, the only exit in the whole side of the building for that
Because they want to
section
be
of
a
the floor.
fire hazard.
It's
The
just-
Staples.
People, you can't get out, you can't get in, you just
I feel like I
there's
didn't warn you. Logistics is not a thing at E3.
they didn't have anybody like controlling the line. It was like fist fights were gonna occur. People are just pushing. It looked like a riot or a rave. Somebody with some glow sticks and some Daisy Dukes bust out any minute because damn, that was ridiculous. But alas, I got to play the game. I was not disappointed. I got to play the Trapper, which is solid CC, and you're pretty much kiting and letting everybody else, tank with their face and do their thing and do DPS. And then I actually got to watch someone else play as the monster, which is a whole other thing. So it's very intriguing. It's something new, something that I would probably play for a little bit, that I could jump into and play and have a very good pug match. But I really would I would be honest, I would love to play with you girls on my team because we would have a riot if we streamed that game.
All right.
Apparently everyone wants to die from dysentery. No, I did not see anyone die from dysentery in 3D. That's depressing. Well, we could talk about E3 all day, but I'm going to have a bunch of footage up for you guys. And
What are you watching?
what are we watching? What are we doing? We're
All right,
watching
that's
and or
the key.
reading.
That's the key. So let's go to Carmen first and then Pixie because that's the way you are on my screen.
I binge watch all of season 2 of Orange is the New Black.
Oh, don't even tell me. I just watched episode 6.
I binge watched it all. And then tonight is the season finale of Orphan Black. So I'm going to have to catch that.
That's
Just
season
gotta see
2,
it.
right?
Yeah, season 2. It's already over.
No yawning.
No
I'm
yawning.
old.
Yeah. I haven't
Not as
been
old
able
as
to
me.
read too much. Obviously, I've been all week in jury duty. So what I was
you
reading was the goddamn
Oh,
law
shit.
books and listening to the judge read this freaking manual of why I have to blah 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 blah. So that was the highlight of my week, falling asleep watching a 2-hour deposition from a physician on a big screen. Ugh. It's horrible.
Welcome to my life. I have 3
Did my
attorneys in my
civic
family.
duty. $7 an hour, my ass. Anyway, what are you watching, Nikki?
Oh, we're gonna go to Pixie next. I'll go
What?
last.
Wow, I feel really put on the spot. I don't know how to watch TV. I'm just kidding.
Live
So
TV.
I'm still watching Penny Dreadful. I was super excited. This isn't technically a spoiler, so I can say it. When they showed little Penny Dreadfuls in the show, I about lost my shit. I was so excited. I just I could not contain myself. It was amazing. I'm still watching Game of Thrones. Of course, everyone
was
has to watch that show. If you're not watching Game of Thrones, I'm pretty
You're not
sure
living.
that you're basically King Joffrey.
Dead.
Dead? Blue eyes? Dead?
So, Pixie, you need to screenshot those little Penny Dreadfuls and post it
Yeah.
up on your Twitter because that'd be so cute.
Your
I want to. I'm so obsessed with Penny Dreadful. It's ridiculous. And then of course, like I think I mentioned this last week. I watched Nonstop. I thought it was pretty cool. It was not Liam Neeson night shopping, but it was in fact Liam Neeson. So I was okay with that because I really like Liam Neeson. And I'm still reading the Mortal Instruments series.
Good series.
I'm on the last book, so I'm really excited for that. And then I'm probably gonna start rereading the Sookie Stackhouse series by Charlene Harris. I really love those books. I'm so excited that True Blood is going to be in its final season because fuck HBO and fuck what they did to my favorite series of books.
We had that conversation last week.
So, Pixie, when you start back up with Stackhouse, let me know. We'll do a book club because I've read it through twice and it's been a while. So maybe we'll do that.
It's just so good. So reading the Sookie Stackhouse books for me was like it brought back like a very special part of my life when I was a child, and I would read Harry Potter on Sundays while my mom was like changing the bed sheets, and I would like crawl in the pile of bed sheets and cover myself up with them after she had taken them off the bed. And then I would like just sit there and read, and my mom would like scream. She wouldn't really scream at me, but she'd be like, "You have to get up. I've got to go put those in the washer." I'd be like, "No, Mom, 5 more minutes." And like the addiction I had to Harry Potter was the same addiction that I ended up having to the Charlene Harris series. I really need to try to read the Charlene Harris series about the girl who solves the crimes after the people have died because she's got special powers. But I haven't.
Rainbow just said he would love to join us if we do a book club on the Google Plus or Google Hangout. So that may be something we could talk about later. Pick a book and then, once a week we decide to talk about it. I don't know. We'll see what the fans want to do. Or once every 2 weeks, give us some time to read.
Oh, Sanea joined us. Okay.
Sanea, welcome.
Hey, Lady Sanea.
So,
all right,
Nikki,
Bong, shoot for it. Who's next, you or me?
You go, Nikki.
Okay. So Sci-Fi has Defiance that came on, which I don't know if anyone watches. It's pretty good. I like it.
I watched it.
I love it. And Dominion. All right. So first, have you guys seen the first episode of Dominion yet?
No, I have not.
All right. God turns his back on Earth, on mankind. Gabriel gets all the under angels together and decides to wipe mankind off the planet. And Michael gets the archangels together and fights with the humans against Gabriel. This, I thought, was going to be totally stupid. It may still be totally stupid, but it was... The first 20 minutes I got to watch was amazing. So I'm looking at watching that through. But like yourself, I've watched the last episode this week of Game of Thrones. And we can't talk about it for, a month, right? Right?
Yeah, we'll put it at that. That's good. That's
okay,
good
a month. And then after that, we talk about it.
And then we just blab.
Yeah. Yep. And then, I've watched Orange is the New Black up to episode 6. Started season 3 of Breaking Bad. I know I'm behind, but man, that season starts really, really slow. And then, bam, it gets going. So that was good.
That show just gets better and better, man.
Oh, it started slow. And all of a sudden, with my... daughter and my niece here for like days in a row. Scandal, Revenge, One Tree Hill, Gossip Girl. My brain is fried from TV this week.
You got the rot TV,
I never thought I would watch. I'm like girl on girl, threesomes. I'm like, it's just crazy the things
Where were the boys?
Oh, where are the boys? I have an Xbox on this floor, and then 2 floors down in the basement is the other Xbox, and my daughter and my niece are on the main floor watching TV.
Okay, so they weren't watching.
No, they're 13. They're not going anywhere near that. No, they'd be cool. I'm gonna go play Battlefield now. I'm like, okay, go. And then of course I had to buy 2 pistols this week for them for airsoft. So
Mhm.
my son goes to
Ooh.
airsoft. I know we got to roll. He goes to airsoft. He comes back. He has a welt on his neck. Yeah, some
Of
guy
course.
shot me in the neck.
I get
I'm
that
like,
with paintball.
Yeah, paintballs. Woo, that
I
stuff
don't
is
know.
rough.
I don't know. This.
You ever got hit with a paintball on your bare
Yes, I
skin?
have. I played. No, no, no. I
Try
always.
getting hit with frozen paintballs.
Oh,
That
F.
hurts
That's
more than
rude.
anything else. That shit
That
will
leaves
break
a
your
freaking hole.
skin. Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
awful.
Why would you do that?
Holy shit! Lady Sinea says she hasn't seen Breaking Bad. She's not allowed to stream unless she starts to watch that.
Hey, she's got a little
All right.
one,
Whoa, 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 whoa,
so
whoa, 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 whoa. Some of us also don't watch Breaking Bad, so you're totally fine, Snea. Like,
Sinea's
don't
my
listen to
pal.
Nikki. She doesn't know what she's talking
Sinea,
about.
I do too. We go back a long way. All right, Bonks, what have you been watching? Because that's how I find out what I'm supposed to watch next week.
Well, obviously, I watched the finale of Silicon Valley, and I'd never laughed so hard in
Oh,
my
we haven't
life.
talked about that yet.
Holy shit!
Holy
Just
freaking shit, that was
dicks,
awesome.
dicks all around, and I was laughing so hard I couldn't breathe. It was so out of control. It ended so perfectly. I was in tears, like, oh, it's dicks. And
That's fucking
I'm not
awesome.
gonna spoil it, but it was so out of control. If you're not watching Silicon Valley, please do.
I think you need to videotape yourself while you're watching that so we can see your face.
I
I
can't
think
wait
it
for
would be
next
really
season.
hideous, and I wouldn't recommend it. No, and then so while I was at E3, when I was on the plane ride, because I had like 4 hours in Salt Lake City, I got back into my old school Punisher, and I discovered something rather kind of funny. Me being Italian myself, big pun. Frank Castle. Castle is not his real last name. His parents changed his last name when they were 6 from Castiglione to Castle. And so basically, I assumed that they gave us this little piece of information because now it makes sense. Punisher's a hot-headed Italian guy. But I found that just pretty fucking funny. So that's a fun fact. Frank Castle's not his real last name. So if you're a Punisher fan, like dork like I am, that's totally effing cool. Yeah, Game of Thrones. I watched that. What the hell else was I watching? The news, which is depressing. And then reading. Speaking of comics, Shiro and Vex #9 is up, so I'd like everyone to catch up on their Shiro and Vex, because Erica did send it to me, and it's awesome and funny.
It is awesome.
So please read my webcomic because I need validation in my life. So that's what I've been writing and reading. Well, I haven't writing, but yeah, reading and watching. So that's about it for me.
Awesome. All right, so we're
awesome.
rolling right along.
Well, you know what? I think that I need a little bit more comics in my life because I can't make enough time to read a book. Maybe I can get with the comic. You know, it seems a little bit shorter. I can get in there, get out of there. I have taken the time away from everything else because it is very hard for me to pull myself away from the computer. I see you, Mrs.
It's all about
Thor's
this
hammer.
guy. You guys don't even understand.
Is it about
All
Thor
about
or is
this
it about
guy.
the guy that plays Thor?
I will accept either. I am of the personal opinion that Thor is one of the most superior comic characters in the history of existence.
Now, have you ever seen Adventures in Babysitting?
Yes.
The movie?
Yes.
Okay.
The little Thor. I want one of those so
Oh, when she saw the guy that was wearing with the hammer. God, that was so funny. All
Pixie,
right.
true story. I go out to Chicago to do some work with Bonks. We're in one of our favorite comic shops with Terry. Bonks, what comic shop is that?
Oh, that is Third Coast Comics, owned by
Third
Terry
Coast.
Grant. He's kind of the best in the world.
It is awesome. If you haven't been in there, I advise that you go. Wonderful place to be. No one is going to feel like they're crazy for walking in there and looking at whatever you're looking at. It's awesome. Anyway, go in there. We're there for a while. I'm like, let me get a few things for my child because she really needs to be reading some comics because she's into the books so heavy. So let's open up her eyes, expose her to some great comics. I get the Wonder Woman Essential and I get the Thor Essential. I bring them home.
yes.
I'm so excited. Here you go. Read the Wonder Woman first. Have at it. I'm going to read this one. Within 3 minutes, she was back in my room, took the Thor Essential, replaced it with the Wonder Woman, and said, I don't want to read Wonder Woman. I'm going to read Thor. Gone. But she was like, forget Wonder Woman. I'm like, what do you mean, forget Wonder Woman? She tells me that Bonks needs to send her the rest of them because she has to finish the rest of the Essentials because I refuse to go get any more until she reads Wonder Woman.
No,
So,
she should read Wonder Woman and tell her that Bond
should.
why. Early Wonder Woman is fantastic. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie, there comes points where they take her powers away and give her martial arts, and that's kind of shit-tacular. But there are great Diana Prince plots in there, and they're in
Yeah.
all the swinging 60s. It's very cool. So she can finish Wonder Woman, and then I will. Well, I can't send her Big Pun because he's a little violent, but I can send. Well, can't do Wolverine.
Daredevil?
I'll send. Yeah, no,
No.
he's kind of a slut. I'll find her somebody who's Matt Murdock is surprisingly a slut.
Look,
He's Catholic, so when he runs
Dear
to church,
Vasta.
like, forgive me.
Here's what you need to do, right? So, like, as much as I love Scooby-Doo,
I
you
hate
need to get
Scooby.
her. Wait a second. You need to get her one little issue of Scooby-Doo and tell her she can
Scooby
either
doesn't
read
come in my
Wonder
house.
Woman or Scooby-Doo.
Scooby
Like,
does not come
give
in my
her,
house,
give
man.
her the ultimatum. Because
And of
she's
course,
gonna
anyone
want
with
to
my
read
Ghost
Wonder
Phone.
Woman if her choice is Scooby-Doo.
That's true.
Like, that's just how it is.
Make me vomit. Quit saying that.
It's a smart decision.
He's
And
a
we're
good
rolling
guy.
into the
It's
next
Scrappy
segue.
that's a piece of shit.
Speaking of comics, Marvel.
Speaking of wrapping it up, we should probably get to shout-outs here.
Marvel and Netflix have announced that they're going to make their first full-length 13-episode series
Right.
together in 2015, and it's going to be Daredevil. So before you guys get all crankety crank and start blowing up the
Daredevil's
Twitter,
a great series.
No,
It's
I
just a
didn't
shitty
get
movie.
that. Was it going to be animated or live action? Because I
live
didn't
action.
Okay, so
Live action, and so far they have cast Rosario Dawson to join, and I don't know. We'll see what happens. I have not seen her in anything in so long. I don't know how to judge this. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't give fucks until I see.
I need
Okay.
to see.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Alright.
like I didn't think Ben Affleck could play Batman until I
Ooh,
saw him
I'm
in the
so- I know
suit.
I'm gonna
Now it's
wanna
like,
shag
holy
him.
shit!
I
He's
didn't.
getting so
Oh
buff.
my
I'm
god!
gonna want to hit
I
that.
thought Chris Hemsworth was hot, but I didn't think
Yeah.
anybody could accurately portray
Holy
Thor.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Now I know that Chris Hemsworth is
Oh,
officially
he's gorgeous. And
man
just,
candy.
Man can't you?
Trio.
Right. We
Bubba.
know what Jen's been looking at. We're
But
like,
have you
yeah,
seen-
Batman.
yeah.
Have you seen Batman?
Hey, you guys,
Yeah.
we got some giveaways, right?
Yeah, we have
I think we got some giveaways.
We only have 13 people in the stream, and some of them are us. So
That's
well,
all
you know
right.
what? You know what I'm gonna do? I do have giveaways, but I think we need a bigger viewer count. You know what I'm gonna do? I have beta codes here for Swordsman. Okay. Now with this code, and this is from Perfect Rules, a fabulous new martial arts MMO. It's all in Mandarin. It's very like martial arts movie. Like you can do crouching tiger, hidden dragon moves, where you like glide across. I got to demo it. It's fabulous. The character creation alone is unbelievable. It's on par with what I can do with Eve as far as customizing face and all that shit. So I definitely recommend you check it out. Now I'm gonna do an article on it, and then I'm gonna do a Twitter giveaway with that. But with this code, you get a special companion. You get a fluffy sheep. Look at the
Uh-oh.
fluffy sheep.
You're getting
Um,
So I think you're right. We need to do the article. We'll do
Hey.
a giveaway.
Ian,
And
you're banned. You're
Are you
cool.
sure,
Anyway,
Fox? Are you sure
What?
that's not a lamb? Are you sure?
fuck it. It says sheep.
I'm pretty sure it's a lamb.
Well, you can
Named Lamb Chop. I'm sorry, that was a really horrible joke.
But yeah.
so
So anyway,
Fox,
whatever.
when you
so,
do the giveaway, I think you
Yeah.
should do the giveaway pertaining to the comments to the article. So that's how they're
that's
going
what
to
I'll do.
enter. We can do
yeah,
that.
I'll
way
do that.
too.
You do comments. You have to tell me
It's
so
not a go,
fluffy.
Jericho. We don't like it. You're right, sir. No, sir. Don't like it.
All right, so
Shout outs.
shout outs.
What you got, Nikki?
oh no, we're not giving away anything then, huh?
We're not.
I think we're a little punched.
We're
for
gonna do
time.
giveaways on the social media this coming week. We'll
That's
see what
good.
happens. Shout
right.
outs,
We'll do
please,
them on Twitter.
and the
I've
stream
got-
team.
I've got a shout out to the three wonderful people that are, well, three wonderful viewers of my YouTube channel that went out of their way to buy me Star Citizenships of high dollar value. and gift them to me over the last 2 weeks. I've gotten 3 of those ships. So thank you all very much. I know you want to remain anonymous, but know that I'm saying thank you right now to all 3 of you.
You need to get them to donate to our scholarship foundation so we get our 501c.
Yeah, I don't know how to turn these things into real cash without getting myself kicked out of Star Citizen.
Well, you do. You just direct them to our webpage.
Right.
That's it. One shout out.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
just one shout out for me. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, for tonight. I'm disappointed that the rest of my viewers didn't come over tonight, but they're all playing Arena Commander because I had another patch this week. So they're having fun beating each other up because I just upped the multiplayer yet again.
Awesome.
I'm still not in, which makes no
Pixie
sense.
and I are still waiting, Ben, on our ships.
Ben
Okay,
has been not around right now. He hasn't
he
been
emailed me
answering
yesterday.
anything. Yeah, give him a chance.
I just
All
want
right,
to play.
Life gets busy.
Next
Busy.
one. Next up,
Pixie, shout outs.
Shout outs to Jericho. Shout outs to Krillbite Studios and their amazing game Among the Sleep. It rules. I love you guys. You guys made the psychology major in me incredibly happy with the game that you've created. I'll be posting a review on it later. And shout outs to Me Diverse, the Totally Not an IC dev, I believe. I'm really bad at names. Holy crap. Horrible. For swapping over and following me here. It's awesome. I think that's it.
Bonks.
I want to give a shout out to Geeks Who Drink. I'm hosting my very first chaperoned quiz on Tuesday, the 24th at Gatsby's in Arlington Heights. If you're in the area, please come down and watch me do my quiz, and you might win some beer or some other shit. You know, I got tons of crap around here. I gotta, give away as prizes. So, shout out to them. Shout out to Erica Swanson, my fabulous artist for Shiro Vex, because that new comic looks awesome. Shout out to WB, they're very nice to us at E3. And a shout out to Perfect World, who gave us all these fun beta codes. Ha. I think I'm good.
Sweet. My shout outs tonight go to our awesome, fantastic, wonderful IC team, the Misfits.
Ooh, we didn't even talk about them.
We now have a full team, and you guys will see some great, awesome things coming from them in the next coming weeks. I'm here to tell you that they're contenders, and it's going to be pretty smashingly beautiful. I know you guys saw our Gears team. You saw those girls behind, and the boys cry. They were making tears.
They always do.
This team is a mixed team. And this team has our very own Pixie, our very own Jericho, Chris, and a couple other guys, which I forget their names. I'm very apologetic because I know they're not their real names, but I know their call signs. I don't know what to say that. They're gamer tag. But I think that this team has a very good mix. And I have seen some of the practices, and they are working on some kinks, working the bugs out, but it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. You'll see more to come on our website about our esports, and we'll be doing some interviews. You raise your hand.
We will be doing some team building exercises, also known as we're going to start playing Pathfinder, and it will be streamed both on this channel and my channel. Jericho will be taking over streaming over here, and I will be streaming on my channel. So we're gonna not only entertain you guys with our ability to win, but our also ability to derp about and tabletop.
Hey guys,
as well as late night, a very, very bad card game. We won't name the name that they like to play when it gets silly time. That you guys want to stick around for.
All right. Carmen, you're going to have to give away one of the things I gave you because we just jumped up from 10 or 12 people to 21 that all came here because I said I was giving away some hanger flare.
All right.
Do that.
And now
So
we're
we could do
dropping
that.
down because I said no, but Just give away the
Guys, if you want the hanger flare, you have to hit the follow button to qualify, all right? So please take the time to hit the follow button. We'll give you a few minutes to hit that follow button because we's about to do the dang thing.
Yeah, give
All
away
right, so hit it.
Give away the calendar. All right. You have two things. Hold on to the model and the model stand for now.
So we will do that. We will.
Okay.
You want to retweet? Or are you good?
I just retweeted and I posted in the general forum on the RSI website. When you said, "Oh no," I was like, "Oh damn."
Wolfheart, we usually. Yep, there you go. Thank you.
Good.
All right, guys. So hit that follow button because we're about to do this there giveaway, and thank you very much, Nikki.
And whoever wins, all I need is an email address, and I'll have that out to you readily.
What we'll do is, if you are the winner, message us on the Twitch with your email and your tag for your SC account. Right?
Yeah, we don't need their tag, just their email.
All right, you sure? Because that's just their tag. They log in with their name.
No,
whatever.
all I need is an email. That's
all right, so an email, sweet.
Sorry about this.
Yeah, we're about to roll in 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
2 minutes, guys. If you have yet to like our Facebook or follow us on the YouTube, I would suggest you do that because there are going to be giveaways that are going to be happening on those 2 points of social media as well as the Twitch and the Twitter. So we got some big prizes coming. And when I say big prizes, these prizes are over $50 value. So yell, tell, share with your friends, whatever you got to do, because the more people we get in the channel, the bigger the prizes are going to be. We're holding on to stuff that is valuable because we don't want to give it away for little bitty numbers. We want you guys to go tell everybody and bring them back, right?
Absolutely.
All right, so go ahead and roll there, Ian.
Look, we're up to 22 again.
I'm sorry, I'm providing mood music.
And you could pick 2 people if you want.
Oh.
Well, let's just pick one. We only have
Rainbow!
Rainbow!
Just whining about not winning anything.
Yes, Rainbow, you were just whining.
Okay.
Rainbow, send us your email in a Twitch email, and you will get the, what is it, Nikki, the calendar?
It's the calendar hanger flare. It goes in your hanger, and it gives you all the wonderful dates that are in the history of the lore in the game. Sweet. If that makes any sense whatsoever.
Yay, Rainbow. Congrats.
And I just bought 2, one to give away on next week's show if we can get all y'all here again.
All right, so are we just doing 1 or are we doing 2?
We're going to do 1 today at 21 people. That's not enough. I don't, you know, let's drag more people in here. I get 2 of those a month. 1 I get to give away, and I just bought a couple more there. All right,
guys, I would appreciate it if you can take the time to visit our website, lortnation.com or ladiesoftheroundtable.net. And if you guys have some spare pennies at the end of the month that you're throwing in a change jar, you could send them over to us for our STEM Education Scholarship Foundation. And what that does is it allows us to help the kids and the younger generation to open up their eyes to the fact that, especially young girls, there are jobs in the technology field, engineering, in science and math that are open and available for them to fill. We should not be ashamed as young women or women of any age for being smart or being able to succeed in life. So we want to support those kids out there that, you know, maybe aren't athletic and they want to go into the chess club or the robotics or whatever it is that they want to do. They should be proud of the fact that they read, proud of the fact that they love to do math and numbers. So, you know what? We're trying to support them. We want to do it with your help. You guys are all gamers. You love the technology as much as we do. Let's show that younger generation that we can support them. The more help that you give us, the more help that we're going to be able to get from these AAA games and put some pressure on them to give us some tax write-offs, man. Come on. You're consumers. You buy their product. If they are able to help, they should help, because guess what? Technology is our friend. They want new people to work in their facilities. Why not get somebody with an education? Rainbow, all we need is your email, sir. Email.
I think Rainbow needs explanation on what it is more so. Like what the game is.
There you go, Rainbow. Send an email to Nikki
Oh,
and she will
Star
handle it
Citizen?
personally.
Oh boy, just watch my channel.
Yeah, she'll give you
Yeah,
a
my
lowdown.
channel. It's
She'll send you an email and you can rock it out with her. And if you do not understand or want to play it, just let her know. We'll re-roll it for someone else. It's no big deal. And Star Citizen News just gave us a follow on the Twitter. Congrats. Thank you guys very much.
they're awesome. They are
And
awesome.
I think we are done, ladies. Roundtable out.
Roundtable out.
Table out.
Roll the
Dance.
beautiful footage. Dance it
All
out.
right, Bush.
I know, right? Dance it out. Work it, work it, work it.
Oh, I've got people looking at the video saying, "Oh wow!" I bought a couple of those things to give away, by the way.
We are young. Hot to hot. We
Hey,
stand.
man.
I am not young.
No promises.
I'm an old
No
fogey.
No
demands.